Whispers here, and it is officially International ASMR Day, which, if you've been around these parts for some time, you will know it's pretty much Christmas Day for this community, in a sense. So, first and foremost, happy International ASMR Day. I hope that you have had a tingle-rific day. That was a really bad pun that I just made up on the spot, so, kudos for my impromptu ability, and I'm going to take away some points because it was a terrible pun. But regardless, I hope you've had a good day. I know that a lot of people have been putting out various different videos to celebrate today, and that's cool. I mean, it's like content overload, which, if you are in like an ASMR drought, or you've been away for a while, then you could very well be attached to YouTube for the remainder of the day, and possibly for the remainder of the week. A lot of good stuff going up, which I haven't had a chance to check out yet, but as somebody who is still very much a fan of the movement, I am very much looking forward to seeing what some of you guys have put out there, because there are a lot of talented and wonderful people in this community, and I am very proud to be a part of it. I'm very proud to have been a part of it for, almost 2 years, not including like the 7 months I took off, but I think I initially signed up in June 2011, so it's been a while. I've seen it change, I've seen people come, I've seen people go, I've seen the whole direction of it change. I've seen trends come in, I've seen people rise to like seismic popularity. I've seen people who are amazing underachieve in a totally mind-boggling way, when really they should be getting far more views and far much more interaction than they do. But hey, that's just the way it goes. The community as a whole has grown incredibly over the 2 years, or nearly 2 years since I first signed up. So much so that it's getting a lot more media coverage. In particular, something that was pretty interesting was I was on my way to work last week, and usually I will take the journey to and from work as an opportunity to get in some listening time to podcasts that I don't usually get time to fit in. So that's usually what I listen to when I travel. And one of the podcasts I've discovered about a year ago is a show called This American Life, presented by Ira Glass, who is fantastic, and I really love the show. In the small time that I've been listening, I've really kind of become a very keen follower of the show and its contributors. And so there I was on my way to work, listening to the latest installment of This American Life, and the theme of the episode, if you've never listened to the show, it follows a theme for each episode, and it is split into a 3-act tier. And the second act was, oddly enough, all about ASMR. And I kind of got caught off guard, because I was kind of like, what? This is weird. This is very much like my two separate worlds kind of crossing over. Now, they have done in the past, because I've told, I've only ever really told my mother about it, and she was just like very nonplussed. She was just like, oh, right, whatever, okay, good for you that you've got something that you like doing, but yeah, whatever. And she was really fussed either way, which is totally fine, but it's weird. It was like the first time since then, I think, that I've had both worlds cross over, and it was interesting. It was nice, in fact, actually, although a little kind of daunting. I don't know, it was a weird sensation. I've noticed a lot of people have kind of been telling people is good. And it's weird because I've not really had that to a great extent. Nobody really knows about this. I don't think I would mind, but it's weird. It's almost like my secret identity. Well, I guess, no, it's almost like this is my Batman persona. I don't know. It's weird, but it's a wonderful thing to be a part of regardless. And it's gone through some definitive changes, and, I, for one, am looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. So, trying to get back onto some kind of topic, whatever you are doing to celebrate, whether you are new to ASMR and the community, or you are a veteran, I hope you have a wonderful day. Cool. Anyway, I did actually plan on doing, I had 2 ideas for videos. One of which was stemmed from a joke that I made on my Facebook page about me recording myself sleeping. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe that might work, so I tried it, and I managed to record about 2 hours of me sleeping, with a little bit of kind of a conscious role play. The idea was, you, the listener, couldn't sleep and wanted to try and sleep in my bed, and I was gonna call it "Let's Sleep Together" as a kind of tongue-in-cheek title, and it was literally just gonna be a case of me telling you to stop fidgeting, stop stealing the covers, some kind of cover rustling, blanket rustling, pillow rustling, and generally just a lot of white noise. And I listened back to it, and I don't know, I just wasn't very happy with it, so I deleted it. But that was one idea that I had. The other was something that I still might use, but I think it needs some tweaking. It was it was impromptu. I didn't write a script for it. I just kind of came up with a series of mental imagery tasks, and it was a bit disjointed, and I tried some strange sound editing on it, like I altered the pitch of my voice, and it was very much it would have fitted in with my experiments in sound videos, but I don't know, again, I don't know if I want to keep that or not, so anyway, I also wanted to do something more visual, because that's what I want to do with my channel moving on. I guess today is a good day to kind of reflect on what I want to do moving on with my channel, and I kind of want to do more visual stuff. So, I have a couple of ideas. It's just finding the time to do them, and finding the energy to do it. This month so far has not been a very good month for me. I know we're only like 8 days in, but April, you are supposed to be one of my favourite calendar months of the year, but yet you have kind of been a bit crappy, for a number of reasons. First, I came down with a head cold, and I was all full of flu and cold and all sicky, and being a man, obviously, common colds magnify in severity, like by times 100 in our head, at least. So I was kind of out of action for a while with that, but I found out that my head cold was actually a sinus infection, or it turned into a sinus infection. So for about 5 or 6 days straight, I had nothing but severe pressure and tension in my head. It felt like it was just going to snap in half or break into pieces at points. It was like a real throbbing, constant, agonizing pain my skull, and it would move, and it spread into like my cheekbones and my jaw and into like my teeth. My teeth started to ache, and all I wanted to do was grind my teeth and pull them out. Essentially, I just was like constantly fidgeting with my teeth, and just like, it was horrible. And I had this for a couple of days, and I was like, okay, so it'll go away eventually, and then it didn't. And then I kind of looked it up online, found out that it seemed to be a sinus infection, so I went to the doctors and got myself some antibiotics and a little nasal spray. And it's cleared up, and now it's pretty much all but gone. I'm still a little bit snuffly, and I still feel a little run down, but I am a lot better, and I'm no longer getting like pain in my face, which is good, because it was quite literally unbearable at points. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night and my face would just feel like it was ready to just break into like really brittle pieces. But I have since been suffering from like really bad toothache, and I think I may have a hole in one of my teeth, and it hurts quite a lot. So April has seen me on so many medication. I've been on painkillers, I've been on aspirin, I've been on antibiotics. I've been drugging like you wouldn't believe, just to keep my face and head and jaw from being like on fire, essentially, with pain. But yeah, so hopefully that's gonna clear. I've just had issues at work as well with people that I work with. I'm not gonna go into it because it is what it is, and I just, rather than kind of let it bring me down, I'm just kind of trying to sweep it to one side and just, move on, I guess. Other than that, I lost my gym card and I had to pay £6 for a new one, so that was fantastic. And I also received a letter today, a letter that had to be signed for. I had to go to the post office, and I was a bit confused because I wasn't expecting anything, especially a letter that needed to be signed for. And what it turns out to be is that in February I ordered some like Nike shoes, sneakers, as you Americans would say, or trainers, Nike trainers, basically Nike Max, for work, all black, because my shoes are really crap and they hurt my feet sometimes. I sound like such an old man complaining about all my ailments and injuries. I apologise. But anyway, I ordered some Nike Air Max shoes off the internet at a discounted price that I found. I thought that was a pretty good deal. I can't remember how much I paid for them. Anyway, the letter that I got was from UK Border Control, saying that my shoes had been seized under the pretense that they were counterfeit, and that I was importing counterfeit shoes into the country. And they have got in touch with like Nike headquarters, and they had sent me a letter attached with the letter from the UK Border Control, asking me for details of where I bought the shoes, and they sent me a form to fill in, which basically says I give you permission to destroy these fake shoes that I bought. And I didn't realise, I had no idea that they were like counterfeit. I thought they were legit, and I've been waiting for these shoes for a while, and I've heard nothing from anyone about them, so I just kind of wondered if I'd even ordered them, like if the payment had actually gone through online, and it has, because they have arrived in the country, but they are currently detained at like a customs office, and they are ready to be executed and been sent to shoe heaven. I just need to sign the permission slip. And I'm like, oh my god, what have I got myself into? Do they think I'm in some kind of importing counterfeit ring? It's like, I only wanted shoes for work. I didn't want any of this. So, yeah, so that's that. So, April's kind of been a bit shitty, to be honest. But, you know, I guess it can only get better, right? Hopefully. So yeah, that's kind of why I've been a little bit out of the picture for a little bit, because I've been not feeling like making anything, and just stuff, and just bad times, but rather than kind of let, as I have done in the past so many times, rather than let all this kind of negative goings on bring me down, I am trying to keep myself above water and keep moving on and trying to move forward and kind of look past all of this icky stuff that's been going on this month, and just kind of trying to see out the rest of the month with a good, positive and appreciative aspect. You know, just looking at the little things that count and kind of being appreciative for all the good stuff that I have going on. The one thing that really helps me kind of focus on keeping positive is knowing that this time next year, you know, I'll be ever closer to going on my adventure, and travelling to different places. And in preparation, I kind of want to start, because one place I want to visit is France. In particular Paris, because I've been there before and I loved it and I want to go back, but I want to kind of maybe start learning how to speak French so that, you know, I can kind of immerse myself and in what's going on there on the day-to-day level when I'm there, and not just be the English tourist who doesn't know any of the language. So yeah, that's something I'm going to start doing, and I think that would be pretty good. So yeah, other than that, nothing much else has been going on apart from all of the drama and the illness and all of that nonsense. I'm looking for a good book to read, actually, because I'm just about to finish The Great Gatsby, which, and some people might dislike me for saying this, isn't great. In fact, it's not very good at all. I think it's a little bit overrated, and I just really haven't enjoyed it, so I don't know, maybe I'm alone in that school of thought, maybe I'm not, but yeah, if you have anything that you want to recommend that I should maybe read, I don't know, then let me know. I did contemplate doing a reading for reading a book on here. That might still happen. I don't know. Never take anything I say might happen as a guarantee. Never take anything I say that as a guarantee, because this channel is just liquid in the sense that it just runs everywhere. It has no real direction. It's just everywhere and nowhere all at once. I don't even know what that means. I'm becoming very deep towards the end of this ramble, which means it's probably time I should go. But I will round off by saying, once again, Happy International ASMR Day. I hope that you're having a better April than I am, and thank you, as always, once again, for listening, and let me know how you are, how you're doing. Let's talk sometime. Bye. Hey guys, so this is like a little added extra that I didn't even plan on putting on this video, but I started coming through some bits and pieces of writing, some lyrics, some bits of poetry that I've done in the past, just little bits and pieces. It's kind of like essentially like a sort of scrapbook of writings that I've done, and it lives in a folder on my computer. So randomly when I want to just write, or I have something come to me, and a lot of the time it's just a few sentences, it's just half for ideas and themes, and it never really goes anywhere, but I just write them down in hopes of maybe one day I'll actually do something with it. So anyway, I was kind of just skimming through, and I thought, well, seeing as it is ASMR day, and ASMR as a thing, I don't know what to call it, just as a thing, has brought me very close to some very special people, and for that I will always be eternally grateful. I have met some wonderful, wonderful people, truly beautiful people inside and out, who mean so much to me, that I'll never really ever be able to truly express just how much they mean to me. And when there's been a lot of darkness in my life, this community has brought a lot of light to me, and for that I will always be very grateful. So I thought, as a little gift to you from me, I would share something very personal, and that is some of my writing, which I don't really tend to do, because I am my own worst critic, and I read stuff back and I'm like, this is terrible, and that's why so much stuff never sees the light of day. But I thought it would be a special day within the community. I thought it would be a nice opportunity to share a little bit of me, a very personal bit of me. So the first 2 minutes, or the 2 minutes after this, just random bits of writing, some song lyrics, some are just bits of poetry, and like I said, just random phrases and bits and pieces that have come to me that I've written. So that's like your first 2 minutes after this, and then after that I am going to read a little extract from the opening of the book that I'm writing, that I'm working on. A lot of people don't know that I'm working on a book, but I guess the cat's out the bag. I am. It's been something that I've wanted to do for a long time. It's something that I've always really loved doing, is writing, and it's a little bit based on personal experience from me and from people that I know. It's taken a little bit of stuff from my life and from the lives of other people I've known, and there's fictionalized elements of it. It's kind of a mishmash of things, and I guess it's very kind of influenced by sort of young adult novels, because I guess even though I'm getting older, I still feel very young at heart, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff from my youth that would make pretty interesting material, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so you've got 2 minutes of randomly rambled bits of writing, and then the last bit is a short extract from the opening sort of gambit of my book that I'm working on, which currently doesn't have a title, and I'm sort of chipping away at. You know, there you go. I just thought I'd share that, because it's not something I do, like, ever. I am kind of protective about my writing. As I said, I'm very much my own worst critic, but seeing as you guys generally mean a great deal to me, and this whole community has helped me so much, I just thought I'd kind of share a little bit of my personal insight with you guys, and I hope you like it. If you don't, you know, that's fine. You know, that's cool. It's entirely your prerogative, but I hope you get something from it. I don't know. Anyway, here it goes. And so it begins, with hearts on sleeves like ink on skin. Exorcism of both guilt and fear. No holy water, just baptized with tears. No font, no folly, no false promise. A raw form of honesty, no illusion of profits. No prophets, no leaders, no loyal kings. No royalty, black oilty, or diamond rings. Lost, looking for an answer and a elixir for ills. For a brain with no tongue spawns only ideas to kill. Along with time, the holder of the chains and the keeper of the reins are the ones that must be loved or lost to the same cycle again. Embrace mine, embrace yours, embrace your strengths alongside your flaws, for our downfalls can also open doors. Mine's on the horizon at the end of this road. What lies between the milestones is something that nobody knows, but unless you're willing to travel and have the heart to see, I guess you'll never know what could possibly be. With a halo in which to hang myself and a sparrow's song to sing, I'm torn between the things I've seen and what tomorrow brings. Doubt, it barters with the heart, but hope it holds my hand. One thing and its opposite like keys upon a grand. If both sides fight with fire, whose flame shall I embrace? One thing is for certain, no man's land is the loneliest place. Be still, my winter of discontent, for it is spring where my soul shall bloom. For this damaged vessel longs for change, like deserts do monsoons. So as I mentioned before, here is an extract from the first chapter of the book that I'm working on. The chapter is called Empty Rooms, and it kind of sets up the story. It's about a recent graduate who has graduated from university and finds himself on the verge of returning home after a pretty lousy last year away. If life is but a book, one we're given at birth to ink with both time and experience, then many of the chapters within my story both begin and end with empty rooms. During the last 4 years I have resided at 4 separate houses, none of which I've called home. That particular prize belongs to my birthplace. As much as I've outgrown its borders and fear the emptiness that awaits my return, there will always be a part of it within me. As I deconstruct my bedroom and strip it of my possessions, I can't help but mentally dissect the properties belonging to this last year. Although often seen as shabby and unkempt, traditional student decor can be more earnest in telling than most would give it credit for. Where traditional interiors may provide various connotations through textures, materials, and colour schemes, your average student's scattered tapestry of posters, photographs, and ticket stubs comes much closer to exposing its owner's true identity. There's a simplistic but refreshing integrity to it. Sure, having one's taste in music, movies, and literature plastered across the wall for all to see lacks an awe of mystery, and it isn't always pretty. But then again, that's honesty for you. The last big spoonful of truth I found myself unwillingly gouging on came about 6 months ago. The constant on and off status of my relationship with Amy, a phase which was admittedly brought on by my undecided heart, led to her decidedly walking away from me and into the arms of Thomas, who at the time was deceptively disguised as my best friend. In all honesty, I can't blame her. Towards the end I wasn't honest with her. Hell, I wasn't even honest with myself. I felt for so long that I didn't want to be without her, when the truth was, I just didn't want to be alone. Although through the wonderful prism of hindsight, I see things more clearly, but when it first occurred I couldn't see anything through the tangled mess of self-loathing and pity I had woven. Alongside the bottom of numerous empty bottles and tear-soaked sheets, which were conveniently cloaked in the shadows of permanently closed curtains, what life I had was falling apart at the seams, and in that prolonged moment of self-inflicted melancholy, I couldn't care less. I was a wreck, and I wallowed in every miserable moment of it. like an opening extract, it does get cheerier. It has to start off a little bit sad and a little bit bleak, but yeah, trust me, it gets a lot cheerier and it gets happier and it gets funny. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I've kind of got to start off from a dark place and build my characters up. That's the aim anyway. So anyway, there you go. Some rambling, some catching up, some insight into my writing, and some good feelings sent from me to you on a very special day. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.